Welcome back. I'm Kath and this is AGHL Fitness. Today we're going to talk about challenging your base of support with the narrow stance and single leg squats. Let's head on over to my home gym to get started. Let's start by discussing your base of support and your center of gravity. Your feet are the base that supports your body. When your feet are about hip to shoulder distance apart, you would generally feel more stable. This can vary from person to person, but generally a bit of a wider stance should feel more stable. If this stance is narrower than hip width, your center of gravity may be challenged, so where you feel most balanced. You may notice that if you stand with your feet together, or even on one foot, that you wobble a bit until you find that balance and point where you feel you may be able to initiate movements. Let's move on to the squats. Single leg squats are a fantastic challenge to incorporate into your training and are wonderful for building hip strength. They can, however, be hard to dive straight into. This would be where I would recommend practicing the narrow stance squat first. With the narrow stance squat, start by bringing your feet close together, ideally less than hip width apart. Organize your posture. Distribute your weight evenly through your feet. Keep your knees soft. Tuck your hips underneath your trunk. Squeeze in your abs and glutes. Relax your shoulders down and bring them back together, not forgetting to tuck your chin in. Start by hinging at the hips before lowering into the squat. Start with a small range of movement before aiming to bring your thighs parallel to the ground at the bottom of the squat. You may find your torso folding further forward in this squat. That's okay, but try to maintain a straight line through your shoulders, knees, and toes. Also, make sure that your knees aren't moving over your toes, and you do want to keep some space between your knees. Don't press your knees together. A single leg squat would be a natural progression from the narrow stance squat. These are something I personally struggle with after a few knee injuries, so if you have got existing injuries, check with your physio first before trying something new. Start by organizing your posture with feet close together until you feel balanced and supported. Transfer your weight to one leg, let's say your right leg, and with both knees soft, lift your left foot off the ground. Find your balance again before starting the movements. Engage your core and glutes, then start with a small bend in your right knee. Your hips should still go back as in a regular squat. Push your right knee out as you bend so that it tracks in line with your second and third toes. Watch that your knee doesn't fall in. Also, watch that your hips don't sway to one side, which can be quite common with the transfer of weight, but it isn't good technique. Practice mini squats before progressing your range of movement. It helps to really spread your toes into the ground and weight bear evenly throughout your foot. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you have fun incorporating these into your workouts. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for next week for the overhead squat.